Hey there. So I'm learning that with different situations, circumstances, sometimes we come up with different solutions to make things work, right? So this is my version of doing my weekly talk during quarantine. So we're outside today doing a chat on 3 great questions to ask yourself before starting, or maybe it's before continuing your diet, your weight loss diet, right? So I've come up with 3 really great questions to ask yourself just to see if, maybe there's anything to consider before you begin something that might be hard to continue, okay? So based on my own experiences and also things I've learned, I'm sharing today with you these 3 great questions. Number 1 here is, it's probably a good idea to ask yourself, do I actually need to lose weight? And the reason why I would ask that is because it's easy to have a lot of pressures from either media or preconceived ideas that we've had. But honestly, in hindsight, I would say that for a lot of the seasons in which I was obsessing about losing weight, I look back now and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't really have tons of weight to lose, right? So that's a really good question, is just make sure that it is necessary to lose weight, right? There is something called body dysmorphia. Sometimes we actually think we're fat when we're not. So that's question number 1. Question number 2 is, does this diet support the life I want to be living? And the reason why that's a really good question is because honestly, if it's really challenging to do now, there's a good chance it's not going to work long term. So these quick fixes, they're quick fixes because they work quick, but then the weight comes back quick, right? So it's kind of like my husband says, he's like, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So I like to make sure I ask that one. I mean, is this supporting the life I want to be living? Is this way of doing really anything that I set out to do, any plan? If it's something that isn't really supporting the life I want to be living in the long term, probably not a good idea to start it. It's kind of like torturing myself, right? Okay, question number 3 is this way of eating actually nourishing my body? So the reason that one's important is because honestly, if you're not getting the nourishment you need, for instance, if my brain is not getting the food it needs, the fuel it needs to continue to work in an optimal state, it's not going to send the messages to my body to, for instance, have the self-control that I would need to stick to my diet, right? So really good idea to look at well-rounded eating plans. So 3 good questions to ask yourself. I'm sure there's more, but I would just hesitate before I commit to something that is just like torturing myself in the long run. So just thinking about, for sustainable results, we need sustainable habits. So the other way around, if I have sustainable habits, then I will have sustainable results with my weight loss plan as well. So I hope this was helpful. I thank you for watching this video, and I wish you all the very best.